Okay, today is August the 9th, 2015. I came out to get the morning paper, and I'm going to walk back in, go back here to my property. So I'll describe what's going on as I'm seeing. And right here in front I've got 6 sable palmettos with silver Serenoa repens as understories on each side, flanking each side of the driveway entrance. And I have lantana in here, but it's got a little weedy over the summer. Over here on this part of my property, it's kind of bare over here, I've got these sandhill cranes walking around. We got a lot of them. I feed them peanuts on occasion. Anyway, I'll head on back. Got a lot of Arcontophoenix Alexandras and Cunninghamiana planted in here. They're all small, which I grew from seed. They'll get big one day. And over here I've got a Cocotrinax fragrans. I had to relocate that over to here. Where I had it planted before, it wasn't doing too well. I don't know if nematodes was attacking the roots or not. And I've got miscellaneous thing, got pothos vines and Monstera deliciosa vines growing up the trees to get that tropical look. You can see I've got some developing fruits right here. They still got spass on them. There's one. Now there's one up here. It's a little bit larger, but it's not ready yet. They take about 14 months to ripen. And here's some more Alexander palms and Cunninghamianas. Pothos vines going up the queen palm. I think they ran across the ground from another tree they were climbing and just started up. That's what they do. They'll run till they come to a tree or a pole or something. Over here I've got a Bacaryophoenix alfredii and bromeliads in here. Philodendron Salome. Double Cunninghamiana. And you can see I got pothos vines running up this slash pine. I've got right over here I've got a Ficus altissima variegata. I planted that, had a single trunk. I planted that, I don't know, I think back in 98 or 9, I think 99. Now you can see some of the root system and aerial roots coming down and subsidiary roots. Of course there's pothos vines starting to grow up that one too. And I got all kind of Boston fern. My wife got some from a neighbor years ago and planted it out here, and it got out of control, as you can see. And of course we've got our warning signs. Got lots of them around. Don't want any strangers or people up to no good to come back here. In fact, I gotta turn my security sign around. And we got this old weathered sign here, Casa de las Palmas. I think it translates to House of Palms, and we sure have our share of palms. I think we've got about 55 to 60 species of palms back here. I used to have a lot more, but I lost a lot of them to some hard freezes, fungal diseases. Got big foxtail here that's never seeded. Got Alexander, Contophoenix Alexander here. It seeds. It's got a lot of seedlings coming up at the base. Of course, I don't want any more of them. I've got plenty of them around. Anyway, I'm going to cut through here. Because there's a pineapple I want to check out. I picked 2 pineapples the other day. I've got them in the kitchen ripening on the counter, and they're almost ripe. I like to get them just right, where they're the sweetest without getting overripe. Okay, I got another one here, but it still hadn't started to turn yellow. As soon as I see some yellow, it's coming out there. I'm going to snap it off before the raccoons get it. Here's one of my teddy bear palms right here. One of the reasons they call it a teddy bear palm is this fuzzy stuff right here. You can see it's, well, here it is, see. I think it's called pimentum. Anyway, I got a lot of majesty palms back in here. Got all this ground cover, which I don't know what it is. Every summer it forms. Then come fall, it'll die back yellow and dry up. Come back the next summer. But I'm heading back to the house, just cutting through here. It's a shortcut. You can see all my wandering Jew vine. I got to keep that in check. I'll bring the mower down here and cut around the perimeter of it. I got a bunch of bananas up here. I think they're Brazilian tall. They got a long way to go. I've got about 7 or 8 different varieties of bananas. And that's back in my wooded area back here, which I'm not going through here. But you can see here's the entryway to it with the yucca elephantippes. But it's cooler back here. It's nice and shady. But anyway, let me head over to the house. Cut through here. Here's some of my Caryotomitis, my clustering fishtail palms. Here's another cluster of them right here. And they've got some, they're going to develop some seeds here before long. I've gotten seeds off of them before and propagate them, but I don't want any more of them. Enough's enough. I've just got a hodgepodge Hind 57 variety of stuff back here. Traveler palms, white bird of paradise, the American beautyberry, which comes up all over on its own. Got crinum lily. Right here I've got my Syagris Botryophora, which is a very fast growing Cyagrus, maybe the fastest of the genus, I don't know. I'm still waiting for it to develop to flower and seed, because I'd like to have some more of those. And here I got my lobster claw heliconia, or Heliconia rostrata, aka lobster claw. You can see it kind of looks like a string of firecrackers. Got a lot of pineapple plants back there. And I see one developing through there. I think it's hard to see in the viewfinder. I think there's one right there. I've pulled some from that already. Over here I've got some pine cone gingers, as you can see. So I've got this clump here, and then over here I've got another clump. And here you can see some nice cones right there. This clump here is later forming in the spring. It's like 3 weeks behind the other clump, and then it dies back before the other clump. I don't understand it. And then I've got this poinsettia. Once the days become shorter than the nights, they'll start to get red leaves on them. In December, it'll look real nice. I've got cordylines in here. Of course, I got my coconut palm. I think it's a green Malayan dwarf, I think. So I've been told. But I got only two coconuts this year to harvest. I harvested 3 or 4 last year, and they were very good. And I got a lot of small ones developing. I'll back out, get a better view of it. So as you can see, I just got, I don't know, like I say, Heinz 57. I've just got whatever suits my fancy. My wife will grow something, she'll get tired of it, I'll put it in the ground. Just like this Thumbergia erecta that's covered in wild muscadine grape. She was pot growing that at one time, and I put it in the ground. I got to get in here and get them vines out. And I see my Sabletonia. The seeds are almost starting to turn black. I've got a lot of Sabletonias in here on the property. It's probably second to Serenoa repens as far as the natural native palms that grow on the property. Got this little plumeria. I think it's a dwarf variety. And over here I've got one, a little larger one, Plumeria obtusa. Yeah, here's flowers. I think Tibicina, and right here is a Brazilian red cloak. It flowers in the winter mainly. It's a lot of red flowers on them, which is a good thing. Then I've got a lot of oh gosh, these flowering shrubs. I can't even think of the name of them. It's because I'm getting old, but that's what happens. Super Kings, Ixora Super Kings. I don't know why it took me that long to get it. And there's my other teddy bear palm. And another Alexander, or Conta Phoenix Alexander. Now this one, I forgot, it's getting some ripe fruits on it. Of course I don't want any more, but if they fall off, they're probably going to start germinating on the ground. And you can see the red fruits. Anyway, I'm going to head on up to the house. Let the dogs out. Walking across the front yard, looking down towards the greenhouse. And then I got a shade house behind that. That's where I do a lot of propagating. That's also where I protect some potted plants in the winter on the coldest nights. You can see some of the palms in there. Over here I got a cherry jubilee clump. I like these. I've had these frozen all the way to the ground. Within 3 or 4 months, they're right back where they were. Of course, they haven't been froze back for a few years. Red passion vine. Don't see any flowers right there, but and there's some of the backyard, some of the Bismarck palms. Anyway, that's it for this video.